make a theme song for my show. Said alright, just give me all the details, man. And my homie says he don't know. Well, if you're gonna pay me big bucks, cause I might should have something to say. He said, you know what I bring, I'm the customizing king, nothing else matters anyway. So is he gonna have guests? I don't know. Is he gonna go live? I don't know. What time will it be? What will you see? I'm pretty much in the dark, but I can guarantee he'll be customizing action figures, getting paint all on his fingers. It's art by Akerman. It's art by Akerman. Tips and tricks and conversation, sharing his gift with every nation. It's art by Akerman. Art by Akerman. You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Akerman.
All right, welcome folks to another Mod Squad Art by Akerman crossover event. This is a Swiggtastic episode where we're all going to be working on some Swiggs. So, ladies, how are you doing this morning?
Doing
Lovely.
Good. I am jealous of your theme song.
So
Sitting
good.
over here singing it while everything's going on, going, man, need to get me one of those.
Yeah, it's Jeremy DeWitt. He knows what he's doing. So
He does. Oh, that's funny.
So I know we're going to be joined by at least one other person, maybe two. We'll see. Jesse just said I'm barely awake, so he may or may not be joining. And I think Gina's going to be joining us. But yeah, I'll let you kind of take it away, Tanya, because this is your guys' normal time slot.
Yeah. So, Terrence reached out and said, "Hey, can you do a show with Swigg to kind of celebrate the 1,000 Swiggs?" And I had already got a Swigg and was planning on doing one, and I'm like, "Sure, why not?" And of course, Stacy has been working on the Mod Squad Swigg, which is fan-freaking-tastic. What a cool Swigg that is going to be. So I just wanted to come on and work on Swigg and talk about the 1,000 Swiggs from last year and how that went and some of the cool Swiggs that we saw while we were there. And then, just show people, and to tell people, you don't have to customize a Swigg. You don't have to do anything to a Swigg. Just bring a Swigg.
Although you can customize a Swigg, and if you do, we're going to show you some things that you can do today.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So you can customize them. You can do something as simple as painting rivets. You don't have to do anything other than that. But you can also just bring a Swigg. So I am super excited. And here's Gina. Hey, Gina.
Hi, guys.
So excited.
So I'm going to start with Terrence. Says he's so sorry. He was not supposed to work until later today. And then they had a event that they asked him to come in at 9 o'clock this morning for. So
nice.
So he's very sad that he's not with us today. And he said to please apologize profusely to you guys, but work. And he's like, and you know all the things to say and what we're going to talk about. So I was like, it's fine. I'm like, you're not usually on there anyway. I'm the painter now.
Now, this Terrence, I'm not familiar. Is he related to the Swiggs in some way?
Yeah, no. He's that TSJ guy who, he
Funny.
he's loud and he talks a lot about Swiggs.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
He brings lots of Swiggs into the house too. But yeah, so sorry I'm late to the Swigg party. I won't be late on that Sunday, I promise. I'm not the biggest morning person on the planet, so early are tough, especially on the weekends when I don't actually have to be at work. Even at work, they laugh because I'm always 5 minutes late. Like you stay an hour late, so it's fine. Nobody's gonna care that you're 5 minutes late, but I'm always 5 minutes late. My friends tell me to be places 10 minutes before I'm actually supposed to be there. This is just we learn how to work with me. But anyway, So yes, Swig party. Bring a Swig, any Swig. It can be. We've had Swigs in a box on the table. It doesn't matter. Every single Swig counts. There's no such thing as a bad Swig, like Joe Gonzalez loves to say, and he is also a Swig master. Um, so, but yeah, bring a Swig, pop and swap, paint it up, however you want to do it. We've got a bunch. Actually, where are my guys? I thought I had them set up. So I'll show off Gollum really quick. And then I'll talk about what I'm actually working on. So oops, here's my Gollum. He was my very first ever custom guy. And he's a Swig head and Swig legs. I didn't, I couldn't figure out how to find small legs last year, so I just made little pants and stuck them over Swig legs. It was just truly just a piece of cloth and some thread, and it was way more simpler than I thought. Came out better than I thought. I found some bare feet on. Here's some toes for you, Curtis.
Ugh.
They're action figure toes. It's different. Um,
Oh, they're so pretty.
but yeah, I mean, Curtis told me how to do like all of the, to catch all of the different shadows and stuff, and using the dry brushing method, and I truly thought he was gonna look like 5-year-old did him, and I totally underestimated myself. But I've never been an artistic person before, and it's unlocked this whole new hobby for me, which is amazing. Um, but like, so Swig opened up my whole world to something brand new. But again, it can be something as simple as a pop and swap. So like I stole. I asked Terrence, but I was like, "Can I steal a Silver Knight?" He's like, "Yeah." So he put it out on the table for me last night. So, I mean, it's as simple as pop the head off the Swig, drop it on a Silver Knight body, and boom, we have ourselves a Swig for the table. Swig is now a knight. Like it can be that simple.
Well,
It doesn't have
and
to
the good
be
thing about that is
even.
if you take his head off to
Uh-huh.
use for a swig, you can then use his body, put a different head on, and now you've got two swigs.
We now have two knights. Yep, that was exactly my thought. Boom,
Yeah,
done. Swap and swap.
yeah. It's
It's
swig
that
multiplies just
easy.
like that,
Yep,
just like his story.
yep.
That's exactly right.
Faster than you can possibly imagine. Swig multiplies. My
Hmm.
house is very aware of this phenomenon.
Would
So
you say?
and let's take a minute here. I want to talk about Jeremy's. I mean, how genius is Jeremy to create a story about a character that they have so many figures made of, and needed to get people excited about having this character.
Yeah,
So then Jeremy comes up with this cool story. I mean, what kind of marketing genius is that?
I
right.
Because
mean, I
now,
believe he's the same person that made the extra zero that meant that they had the extra swigs. So you
I
know,
mean,
I
again,
mean,
it works. It works.
so yes, but the correction was great.
yeah, just like, come on. Um, but just to bring the idea into fruition as well, by putting in the story that Swig can change and alter the way he looks, or um just to give the possibility of all these different Swigs coming together and being together, and just how genius that was to start with. Yeah, that was crazy good.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. And again,
And
it
then
was like a fun thing to do.
yeah, and then Terrence ran with it and said, "Well, why don't we bring 1,000 Swigs together last year, right? Isn't that when it
Right.
started?"
Yeah, that's exactly what happened was so I guess Terrence got into the line like 3 years ago, I want to say at this point. Um, he's not been in it terribly, terribly long. Um, but he was trying, everybody told him, do not go backwards, only go forwards. Because otherwise it is massive to try to catch up on all of those, 10 years worth of figures.
Very expensive.
Um, Yes. So he got lucky in the fact that they started running those blind boxes. And so he ordered, like, he got, it was right before, right after his birthday or right before his birthday. I don't know, but it was right around his birthday. So myself, his ex-wife, everybody gave him Horseman gift cards. I think I got him one of the Motu tribute figures off of eBay because I had already ordered that before they announced the sale. But he got a bunch of gift cards, and then he's really good about he'll um he'll take collections of things that he used to collect, and when he starts a new thing that he collects, some of those other things he realized, hey, I'm never going to collect that again. So he'll start selling that off. So he started selling off a lot of old collections right around the time of the mystery box sale. And so just his how many mystery boxes can I get? So I don't remember what his final number was, but he ordered a bunch of mystery boxes and he got a lot of the figures that he was looking for. But I guess there was almost a swig in every box, is what was being said on social media. There were a lot of swigs in the mystery box, and I guess there were a few people that were upset with, well, I already had one of these. What am I going to do with two of them or three of them or whatever?
Well, and it
And
wasn't seen as the best figure. It was kind of like, it was okay, but like there were other figures that were people were more excited
more,
for.
right, more sought
Yeah.
after. And so they he had said, and when Jeremy came out with the story of the Thousand Swigs, and I think that might have been after the mystery box sale, or maybe it was like right around the time. I think that's the mystery box sale is when we realized how many Swigs were in circulation. And I
Hmm.
think Jeremy came up with the story afterwards. I'm trying to remember the timeline, guys. I'm so sorry. I was just finding out about Mythic Legions around that time. I remember
Hmm.
reaching out to Oz on the Oz show to find out like what to buy him, and like I was sending Oz for that birthday in particular. Actually, that was the very first Mythic Legions item I had ever bought, was his birthday present that year. So I reached out to Oz and I'm like, hey, is this a good price? I know this is one he said he doesn't have. And he was like, yeah, that one's a good deal. And like Oz helped me, like, because he was my navigation system at that point because I didn't know anybody in the community yet, like any of that stuff. We were both very new to the community at that point. Um, but he uh he said, he was like, well, why don't we bring these with us to LegionsCon and we'll take a picture with 1,000 Swigs on the table. And at that point, I don't even know if we had thought about customizing them yet. I think it was just like, just bring 1,000. If there's 1,000 of them out there, let's just bring them and take a picture because it would be just a fun, neat little thing. And then it morphed into the customizing. But again, like I said, there's no bad swig, so it doesn't have to be a customized swig. But it was really neat to see everybody take the exact same canvas and what they came up with. And again, pop and swaps or full on customs or whatever. But it was neat to see all the different iterations of what was in somebody's brain about Swig. So he had made a He-Man one last year. And I think he was bright pink. Yep, there it is. There's that pink. It came through a little bit. But he decided this year he wants to make him a little bit more realistic. So I'm going to try to match the green of Swig and paint the body. And then we're going to do the purple on all the furry parts. So that's going to be one of our Swigs this year. Um, but um, yeah, I mean, it's super fun. It's really cool to see what everybody comes up with. I really got to know a lot. I mean, I got to meet a few people in the Legions community over, several of the cons that he took me to that year. But Legions Con, I walked in and I knew a few people, but the Swig event let me get to know pretty much everybody with running the intake booth. And so that for me was my favorite part, was I actually got to chat with almost everybody that day. There are videos that I've seen circulating, and you can hear me chattering in the background. Like I think I talked nonstop that day. Um, it was a little, oh yeah, you can hear me. It was funny to me. But yeah, we have 1,000 Swigs in our house, I feel like. Probably not really 1,000, but we have quite a few Swigs. So there's usually a Swig in many places. Swig was on our Christmas tree this year, so that Swig will likely end up at LegionsCon. He was our tree topper. Um, he's become part of our family. But yeah, so I am going to make, I'm actually thinking, while I like this little pop and swap guy, I think I might paint him silver. Like I might paint his armor or I might paint the head. I've got to just decide what I want to do there. If I want to paint the head of the Silver Knight or if I want to paint the body of the Swig silver.
I think mine is done, at least this one. So Hot Dog Cat Swig is
Sweet.
complete.
That
Just
is
added,
so cool.
added some ard coat to the hot dog to make it glistening glizzy.
That's a
Yeah.
great word.
Yeah,
Glistle?
glizzy. Yeah, glistening glizzy.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some folks in the chat. I want to call them out because we haven't got to them yet. But before that, Stacy and Tanya, what do you guys got going on with your Swigs?
So I am creating a female Swig. I have, I'm not actually, I don't think I'm going to paint the body. I think I'm going to leave it the way that it is. I've actually am using, I don't know whose body, upper torso, but everything else I think I'm going to leave the same. The only change that I am making is the head, and I'm actually going to create two heads. I am going to create one without a hood and one with a hood. It is the same sculpt, just the different iterations of the same sculpt. So I did want to give the hood because Swig usually has a hood, but I also wanted to do one with hair. I thought it would look cool.
Where did you say those came from?
These are from hang on, I forgot. Why do you ask me those things?
Because they're cool and I would like to get some.
Well, give me a minute to look
Okay.
that up because I don't know right off the top of my head, but I will let you know. But anyway, I found this neck peg and I was trying to match the color to the neck peg because this is the one I wanted to use. So the way that I did that was the ball of the neck peg goes up inside, so it really doesn't matter if there's paint on it. So I took some green paints and I didn't have a lot. So I did buy a set of Pro Acryls that had a lot of green in it. So it's a faded green, it was a yellow green, and a little bit of the khaki. I mixed it all together and it made the perfect green. And you can't tell. So this is the first mix I did and it was off. But the second mix I did, like you can't see where it begins and where it ends. So
that is a great tip for people that are trying to paint match. Use that neck peg and for sure that's awesome.
Yeah, so I got the green that I wanted. So I've already painted the hands and now I'm going to paint the face and ears of both of these. So I will have the same green that I'm using. But yeah, just use that neck peg until you get the right color that you want and then just create that color to go on the others. But so that's kind of what I'm doing with mine. I'm just making her a female instead of a male. So she is going to be really cool, and I'm super excited to bring her to LegionsCon this year.
Awesome.
All right, Miss Stacy, what are you working on? Because yours is awesome. I love it.
Well, I can't really do this under the camera very well, so I YouTubed it, okay? Because I want to make him a painter's hat.
Curtis, have you still got me full screen?
Hold on. Yeah, sorry. I thought I went Stacy full screen, but because I took you off. There we go.
There you go.
Hey, so I'm not a sewer by any means. But I YouTubed it how to make a miniature painter's hat. or beret, which is the same thing. So this might be too big, so we'll see. But I kind of want it to be oversized. So they used felt, and I didn't have felt, but I had this fabric, and so I'm gonna try to do this and see how it looks. So yeah, and then I'm probably gonna touch up some of the stuff because I'm pretty much done with them. So I gotta just touch it up.
That's awesome. I love it. You got to show him
Super
though.
awesome.
Put him up
Oh,
there
yeah.
and let people see
Oh, yeah.
because he's cool. He is so awesome.
Yeah, I love the colors.
It's really awesome.
Yeah, I love that, Stacy. Such a
Beautiful.
good job.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of him.
So now that I've finished my hot dog swig, I am starting on the next swig because that's what you do when you finish one swig, you start on the next.
Absolutely.
And so I have removed his hood, which this is horror story from last year. I was heating it up and trying to get it off, and it ripped, and so I don't have a usable hood here. Well, I mean, I guess I could fix this, but so this year when I did it, instead of heating it up with heat gun, I just got some boiling water, put it in a measuring cup, dropped it in, and then I just slowly kind of peeled this back until I was able to get it all the way off. Um, and then I've already kind of started slicing his head down because what I want to do is find something to go on his head. So I've got this helmet from the Deluxe Legion Builder skeleton from that deluxe wave. I've got this one is from the Xylernian Guard. I thought about taking a Mercurian helmet and hollowing it out. This one is from the Skeleton Raider, but it's like that Calabius. It's the top of that. Goblin Builder, an orc from the Tactics, and then just like this is a Robin hairpiece from a McFarlane figure that I thought about giving him a hairdo. So I'm just gonna mess around with some things and see what works, and kind of go from there. So. But before I do, let me shout out these comments because we got quite a few folks watching. So first off, we got Freaks Figures, who is in both channels. Please make sure that if you are on the Legions Ladies channel, that you are subscribed. They are trying to get to 1,000, so we definitely want to help them get there. So let's keep pushing on that. Then we've got Twizzler19 here. We have got Kevin McCoy.
Hey, honey.
Hi, honey.
Hi, honey. Let's see. Crom 316 is here as well. We've got Darla Akerman. I know her. She's actually looking for something that I was working on last night that I can't find. So she's trying to find it for me. So she's moving about. Yeah. Let's see. Freaks Figure says currently dealing with a spark plug that shot out of my motor. No idea how to fix it. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, I would put a swig head on it, see if it works.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I like it.
William says Swig morning all. Yep. He also says happy Swig day to everybody. We got Jesse Marshall here. Says good morning, everyone. Jeremy Gouvier is here. Good morning, friends.
Are we getting a purple demon swig
Mike.
from Jeremy G? That would be good.
We got Schmerby here. He says, good morning, friends. Happy weekend. Thank you, Schmerber.
Good morning.
Let's see. Twizzler19 says, I'm excited to participate this year. It'll be my first LegionsCon. I just swapped Swig parts into a Samir Scroll Warder elf body so that I can have a tall Swig until I paint another. Yeah, so that's kind of my plan with this one that I'm doing. I've got this body that I was putting together from the Tactics, and I'm planning on making kind of a gladiator type Swig. I just got to find the right helmet for him. So that's kind of what I'm working on.
As I was doing stuff last night, I found this. It was the same thing. We had pulled a hood off of a Swig last year, and I was I have like a ornament box where I keep all of my spare parts, and I found my Ghost of Christmas Past head, and I was like, oh, hang on. So this may happen as well.
Very nice.
Yeah, yes, she fits in there. So I'm thinking I might.
That's
Okay.
another thing with the Swiggs is that it's whatever you want to make as a Swig. You can use as many of the Swig parts or as few of the Swig parts. I've seen some that don't even have any Swig parts, but it has a swigginess about it.
Yes.
So let's see who else we got in here. We got a couple people saying that they like the hot dog cat. Freaks Figure says those buns look delicious. Thank you. That was yeah, I was kind of pissed at that for a while. Like it took me a while to try to figure out how to make good looking hot dog buns. That is not something I've ever tried to paint before. So um let's see. Schmerber says that he loves the colors on Stacy's. He also says he can't wait to see Tanya's finished. So let's see. Freaks Figure says I usually take a small part with me to the hobby store when I'm looking for paint to match it with. It's a good tip if you are trying to paint match out of the bottle. One thing to keep in mind is that paint usually dries a little bit darker than what it is when it's wet. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're trying to paint match from the bottle. I usually mix my paint, so it doesn't really matter. But if you are doing that, just try to get something a little bit lighter than what you're actually looking for. Let's see. William said, "Great, Stacy. Looking at your the one that you're working on."
Thanks.
Jeremy says there will be a demon Swig, but he will be green. So
Love it.
yeah. William says, first Swig, some coffee, then on to the Swiggs. There you go. I got coffee ready with my pumpkin spice that Stacy turned me on to.
Uh-huh.
Schmerber says I did a Ragna disguised as Swiggy last year. I just sold the only Ragna in my collection. I said, get her out of here. I don't need her. So kicked her to the curb.
Really?
Yep.
Give a girl a notice. Come on, Curtis.
It was going to be in my claim sale, which starts tomorrow, by the way, in the Purple Gang group. But I gave the Off-World folks, I gave them an advanced viewing. And so, yeah, I think Mark actually picked up the Ragna. He didn't have one in his collection. So,
Mark.
yeah, I was doing some serious body shaming. I got rid of Ragna, and then I'm also getting rid of Thump because I don't know, Thump looks weird with the 2.0 body and then the 1.0 upper parts. I'm like, yeah. So I'm doing some serious body shaming.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay,
I'm
so
glad you're giving them to homes that will love them since you don't.
That's
yes, guys, Dusk Till Dawn. Dusk Till Dawn has the two heads that I knew it started with a D. Dusk Till Dawn has the two heads. So if you need these female heads, they are awesome.
Awesome. Then we've got Kyle came in, says hot dog Swig got some thick buns. That's true.
That's true.
Jeremy says should have asked Trevor about painting buns because everybody's always telling Trevor about that bread that he painted. He did it. With that. Schmerber comes in with a hashtag Team Ragna. Twizzler 19 says he's going to try for that Thump. And Crom jumps in and says she has a wonderful home now. He's excited to have her. So, and that's it. We're all cut up on comments there. So
awesome.
I am going to mute myself because A, I've been talking way too much, and B, I need to find this piece that I'm missing. So I will be right back.
Okay. So yeah, we're doing when I started thinking about doing a Swig this year, Stacy came up with the idea to do the one. She just started doing all the colors, and she said, this is going to be one for Mod Squad, going to represent the Mod Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kevin is going to create a slide for her to use to put on him. And I can't wait for that to happen. He's got to get that done quickly so he can get it to you. Did you know that LegionsCon is 8 weeks away from
That's
today.
so scary.
Darla literally just ran out of the room when you said that.
She better get to work.
I got so many projects
Every
I wanted
time
to have done.
every time somebody says how close it is, she freaks out.
8 weeks, guys. It is 8 weeks away.
I did find the part that I was looking for. I was
Oh,
messing
good.
around with this last night, and it's the one of the barbarian wigs. So there's Swig with hair. Let me see if
Oh,
I
that's
can.
cool.
So I think this guy might win out.
Oh my gosh, that looks
I love
so
it.
good.
Yeah.
I love it.
So sometimes you just gotta play around. I mean, make sure you've got enough parts. Don't like ruin the only one that you have. But you just cut some stuff out with an X-Acto knife and play around and see what works. And so, yeah.
So,
Something.
the Swig event is going to be on Sunday.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Okay. So Saturday night in the in the hotel, are they doing the part swap? Curtis, do we know if they're doing the part swap?
We haven't seen a calendar of events, but we've had it for the last few years, so that would be my guess.
So if we have the part swap and you get a Swig and you bring it, you go to the part swap and then you can part swap something right there on the spot and then take it on Sunday for
Absolutely.
a Swig.
And then also if you're gonna be short on luggage space, just bring your Swig head with you, do your armory experience, shove Swig's head on top of your armory night, and boom, you're all set and you don't have to take a whole bunch of stuff back and forth with you.
Yeah, because Swig's head will fit on a 1.0 body.
Right.
Yep.
And I'll make sure that we have some extra like the blue stuff with us and stuff and the gray stuff, where it's not permanent. And if anybody needs to, modify, we'll have at least a little bit of that with us.
Awesome.
Sweet.
But yeah, guys, just, there's so many ways to bring a Swig with you. Just bring a Swig.
Mm-hmm.
Bring a head. Bring a.
We had somebody last year put a head of a Swig on top of was it a bourbon bottle? And it was a swig of whiskey.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cute. It was fun.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think this is probably one of the funnest things. Having everybody create all the different Swigs. I think there were several that stood out, but to me, the one that stood out the most was the one from Jonathan as the DJ.
Yes.
With the lights and all.
Fun.
Yeah,
and
that was
Jonathan said, Jonathan had said that he actually used to be a DJ at one point in his life. So it was an ode to Jonathan, which again, this is the fun part, is that you find out little stories about everybody as you start talking about their Swigs, which I just thought was awesome.
But yeah, it was fun. Mine was a homage to my Ramses, which was one of the first 4 customs I ever did, and is my favorite team mascot. So Swig wanted to be my favorite mascot. So I thought that was really cool. And
I love that.
Kevin did the one with the fur and the hat that comes off. It was so cool.
Awesome. There were so many really cool, like there were no bad Swigs. There's no bad Swig. And it was funny because like somebody had said something about, is it a contest? Who judges? And it's not a contest. It's not a contest at all. It's just a community participation, get to know your friend by, what they create. And
It's kind of like an art exhibit.
it's exactly that. Yes, it's exactly like that. It truly was like an art. And that's how I explain it to the people at work. I'm like, we help with an art exhibit at a toy show. And again, people at work are like, what? And I'm like, I now paint action figures, which is never words I ever thought I would say, but I now paint action figures, and it's so fun. And I've met amazing people, and I'm so grateful to do it. But it's like running an art show at an event. And honestly, like for me, I loved getting to talk to everybody. I loved getting to meet everybody. But when the guys from the studio walked in the room and the table was full of figures, and seeing their reaction, seeing how emotional it made all of the guys from the studio, it truly was like a love letter to the studio. It was
It,
letting them know how much we appreciated them. And most companies would not be like, hey, take my figure and make it into whatever you want. The studio encourages us to be creative with their toys or with our toys and to play with our toys however we want to make them. And I just think it's amazing. I just think it's absolutely amazing. And for me, I get chills when I think about the look on Cornboy's face and Eric's face and Chris and George when they walked in that room and they saw it for the first time. And I get goosebumps. It was just amazing. And it was so nice to do something so nice for people who are so good to us.
Uh-oh. Swig's ear popped off.
uh-oh.
I forgot that I took his ears out last night. I need to glue those back in. William says, pulled out my Swig. Forgot how cool just the regular stock Swig is. Lots of belts and detail. Absolutely.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
a fun guy.
Cool figure.
He is a very, very cool figure.
Right, where'd I flip my glue? All right, let's get your ears back in, guy.
All right, Tanya, I am not quite able to make this green that I'm looking for today. So I'm going to need you to give me your recipe. And I'm going to go order those colors that you've got there for Swig.
So this is
I
not
have
the
are not working.
this is not the regular Swig colors. This
Okay.
is the lighter because it's
called the whisperling elves.
more whisperling kind of color because I had to use a 2.0 head instead of the 1.0 head because I'm changing her into a female.
Okay.
So it's not exactly the same color. The colors that I used are the Pro Acryl though. The yellow green.
Okay.
And then I used the Pro Acryl faded green. And then I added a little bit of the khaki into it. But they probably have a darker green kind of color, but I needed to go 2.0 and didn't want to have to paint.
All right. I want people to mark down this point in the show, 39 minutes, because you may never see this again. But this is going to be Curtis recommending a Vallejo paint. This never happens. I hate Vallejo. But they do have this one called Goblin Green. That is a very close match to a lot of the orcs and goblins in Mythic Legions. So if you want a quick, right out of the bottle, close match, this is a good one to start with.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Once again, that's the only time that you'll ever see me in my whole setup in front of me. That's the only Vallejo that I've got out in front of me. So I've got a few tucked away in a drawer somewhere behind, in the dark. But that's the only one that's out here in front of me.
And I would just like to say again, if you're not using a So Flat White, what are you even doing?
Don't paint white if you're not going to use it. If you're not going to use So Flat White.
I mean, I just covered up all of that green with So Flat White.
awesome.
Guys, I just covered up all of that green with a So Flat White.
She looks
In
great.
one shot.
Yeah. So the mix ratio that I used was about twice as much of the faded green as so 2 drops of the faded green to about maybe half a drop of the yellow green, and then just a touch of the khaki.
Awesome. Terrence says, sorry I'm not there, but stealth listening from a place I'm not supposed to have my device. And then Crom says, my God, what's next? Dogs and cats living together? I know. I said, make note of it. I'm not going to ever offer Vallejo tips again. So, but I am kind of liking this wig on him. Because we really don't know what's going on in that under that hood. He could have some luscious hair.
He could have.
This is true. This is true. That's what I was trying to figure out. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I like to think that he has a mullet somewhere hidden under there.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Love that. He seems like a mullet guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No, I was trying to figure out if I go ahead and do the Christmas past face in there, how do I get some hair in there? Because there's not a whole lot of space inside that hood. There's some though. And I'm thinking if I can find my green stuff, I might try to give her some ears, some little elven ears. Try something.
That would work.
Yeah. So I'm like, what do I do for hair? Or do I just leave her without? Because she's hooded.
Or you could always steal some ears from another figure.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, this is crazy because I open up my little box of parts and I go, ooh, what about this? And, ooh, what about that? And it all changes as I start doing stuff.
Exactly.
Like I thought I had a plan, but now I have a different plan. Plan has changed.
The plan is always evolving.
That's why you never have a plan and you just do it.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Just wing it.
All right. I think I'm gonna cut a hole in the hood. I'm not gonna do it now because I'm gonna have Terrence help me. But we're gonna put Maylena's hair through it. So this way she'll have hair, but it comes out of the hood. Or maybe from underneath.
Darla said the nursery rhyme Swiggs, the 3 little Swiggs, the Goldilocks Swiggs. Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, I like that.
Look at you go, Darla.
I love
I mean,
that.
she's not going to create any of those, but
It's good to have the idea, though.
She's the idea lady.
That's a great idea, though.
Have Curtis.
Curtis, get on it and make those.
Make it happen.
I'm just trying to get my own stuff done.
Just be nice to my Darla. Make that happen for her.
I got an extra swig. She can come customize.
Well, if I know that you want to encourage her to do that. However, know that it might bite you in the butt that now you got to buy more figures because if she gets the bug about customizing herself,
oh no! Don't make me buy more Legions.
Have you seen his wall, Gina? I think he's got lots.
Twist my arm.
I'm just saying. I don't think Terrence realized how much his Legion's bill was going to go up when I started customizing. I think he did not think that through. Because again, I didn't expect to like it. I'm not saying that I didn't expect to like it, but I never expected to customize the way I customize now. So, my problem is I'm having ADHD brain right now, and I'm like, I don't know what to start because I have so many ideas in my brain.
Yeah, I was having that bad recently. That's why I had to switch my meds, and it was, man, I couldn't focus at all.
Yeah, I think I might have to do something with that because I just but again, it's like I was starting to set this up last night, and I opened up the box with Full Front Mountain, and I'm like, oh, what about this and this? And then it's like, oh, what about this? And like, I should have tried to start paint matching last night because now I'm like stuck on this guy because I need to go get different paint now. So it's like all the things that I thought I was going to work on. However, I know we joked the other night about making a Curtis Swig with a gauntlet, and Terrence went and found me a gauntlet. So that I might make you a Swig, Kurt.
That's cool. I was kind of thinking, everybody keeps saying this whole tagline that there's no bad Swigs, and so I thought I might make Tanya one that has like a 99 jersey on it. That's kind of what I
Oh
was
my
Oh
thinking.
yeah.
gosh.
Oh my God, it works. It works.
Yeah.
So funny. Not everyone's gonna get it, but we'll get it.
Oh my gosh.
If you're here every Saturday, you get it.
That's funny.
Williams says I popped the hood off and gave him cotton hair. It looks like an old magical scientist. That's cool.
Oh, I love that.
Terrence says Goldie Swigs and the three beers in honor of Jeremy, although he says bears. I normally don't have bears, but when I'm at LegionsCon, I think I had 3 bears. Terrence says he's got a Diamond Select Thabos. Oh, it's supposed to be Thanos with an extra gauntlet. That would work. Yeah, a little Thanos gauntlet on a Swig.
Okay.
Swig is inevitable. And then Crom says Gina looks great.
Thanks.
All right, I'm going to mute to do some Dremlin.
She looks cute. Swaggos instead of Thanos. Oh, that's funny. Swaggos instead of Thanos. I love it.
I like it.
Oh.
Terrence said he had a Thanos with a gauntlet. No, he no longer has that Thanos with a gauntlet. It's mine now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
mine now.
you just thought you had that.
Right? His toy bill went up a lot. I don't like that paint. Oh. Oh, it's contrast. That's why. That's not paint. That's contrast. Well, that explains that.
Oh, cool. Terrence said, same as last year, we will have prizes and fun stuff for participants. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've realized I am not a sewer.
Sewing makes me cuss, so that's not something I will do on camera. Um, I should say the only thing I've ever sewed was the pants, and I want to say it took me like 4 tries to find something that works. So don't give up on it right away.
Well, like the first one I made was way too big. So this one it looks a hot mess, but we'll see if it can. Problem is it doesn't sit how I want it to sit. I might have to just like glue it on his head.
Hmm.
Now, you know that,
Or use the tacky stuff just
like,
to kind of
Yeah.
hold it in place without having to glue. So if you want to take it off, you can.
you
Yeah,
know
because
we
this is
we are a hot mess, right? I mean,
right. Yeah,
like that
I
that
got
would not be a bad thing for it to look like a hot mess, because
okay. What do you think? Can you see this? Am I in the camera? Am I not in the
yeah,
camera?
you're in the camera. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, it is cute. Oh, I
So I
like
gotta
it a
just
lot.
kind of just don't look on the inside, but like I just gotta find something to stick it on his head.
Yeah, that's cool. Push it towards the bottom of the screen, more toward away from you. Let me see.
Away
Oh,
from
yeah,
me.
there you go. Oh, that's
Uh,
cute. That's going to be cute.
Yeah, I just have to figure out
How to
how to get it
attach
to
it.
stay there.
I will say green stuff works
Hmm.
when nothing else does.
Yep.
Well,
And again, if
I
you
gotta
want it
go.
to be able to come off later, do the gray stuff because that one's not as it's not as permanent as the green stuff.
I don't care if it comes off. I could use hot glue.
Yeah, you can just hot glue
Yeah,
on.
you can just hot glue them.
If you've got
Where
hot
is
glue.
where is Brian's hot glue gun? That's the question. Oh, I found it.
I love when that happens. We're like, oh, where? And then right there.
Well, I'm sitting next to his little work table, so which is full of stuff. So we probably don't even have room in our car for everything, so I'm not sure how we're getting everything there. Oh,
But I keep thinking, I'm like, I got to make sure that, we have enough suitcase room. Like I might ship stuff up to the hotel ahead
Yeah,
of time.
Kevin said magnets are cool too. You're right, but I don't know how you would get a magnet sewn into that and into the head.
right, because I already put the green stuff on his head and covered his hole.
Yeah.
Had I thought about that earlier, I could have used it in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need it to ever come off. This is my figure, so I don't care if the hat stays on forever. It's not like it's Brian's and that I have to worry about it.
Terrence said, who knows, Trevor may even deliver his photo of Curtis's cosmic swig to the Millers this year. That's funny. And then Benny said, we had prizes last year, Terrence. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Prizes, yes. So when everybody dropped off their swig, they got a raffle ticket, and Wolf King Customs had, and I'm not sure if that was the only sponsor or if we might have had, again, I let Terrence do that part. But he had donated several prizes that we raffled at the end of the day. While we were waiting for Jeremy to come up after showing off the butter dragon to take pictures, we did those raffles. So there were several of those, and then when we ran out of prizes is when Curtis said we could raffle off his swig, and then Trevor had said that he would take photos of the swig of
Oh, that's
whichever got
cool.
pulled. Yeah, and it happened to be Curtis's that got pulled for um, pictures. So
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Still waiting. He hasn't done it yet. Still waiting.
I
Yeah,
mean, he has been a little busy with photos. They've been keeping him busy.
yeah. Terrence said maybe he would deliver the photo to the Millers at LegionsCon this year. Okay. Jeremy Govier said he won one.
Nice.
Oh, a prize last year?